Have you ever been so upset about something that you wanted to cry, scream, or just give up? Maybe you failed a test. Maybe your team lost. Maybe your best friend said something that really hurt your feelings. What if I told you that some of the greatest warriors, emperors, and leaders in all of history had a secret weapon for moments exactly like that? And what if I told you you can learn that secret too? Welcome back to Wisdom of the Stoics, the channel where we take the greatest ideas from ancient history and make them work for your life right now, today. I'm so glad you're here, because today we're talking about something called Stoicism. And no, that's not a type of dinosaur. Stoicism was a philosophy, basically a set of ideas about how to live, created over 2,000 years ago, in ancient Greece and Rome. Famous Stoics include Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who ruled over millions of people; Epictetus, a man who was once a slave and became one of history's greatest thinkers; and Seneca, a brilliant writer and advisor to kings. These people faced war, poverty, sickness, betrayal, things far harder than any bad day we might have. And yet they stayed calm. They stayed strong. They kept going. How? That's what we're here to find out. Today I'm going to share 5 simple Stoic lessons that you can start using today to build a powerful, unshakable mind. Let's go. Lesson 1. You can't control everything, and that's okay. Picture this. It's the day of the big soccer match you've been waiting for all month. You wake up excited, put on your jersey, and then you look outside. It's pouring rain. Game cancelled. Here's the thing. You cannot control the weather. You never could. So what does a Stoic do? Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world at the time, wrote this in his personal journal. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The Stoics divided everything in life into 2 buckets. Bucket 1, things you can control. Your attitude, your effort, your choices, your words. Bucket 2, things you cannot control. The weather, what other people think, winning or losing, getting sick. Animated graphic, 2 buckets labeled in my control and not in my control. Here's the Stoic secret. Spend your energy on bucket 1, let go of bucket 2. When the game got cancelled, you can't control that. But you can control what you do next. Maybe you practice extra indoors, or you spend the day resting and recharging. Try this today. Next time something upsets you, ask yourself, is this in my control? If the answer is no, take a breath and let it go. Lesson 2. Hard things make you stronger. Has anyone ever told you that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger? Well, that idea actually comes from Stoicism. Epictetus, remember, the man who was a slave had every reason to be bitter and broken, but instead he said something incredible. He said that difficulty isn't the enemy. Difficulty is the teacher. Think about your muscles for a second. When you work out, what happens? Your muscles get tiny little tears in them. Sounds bad, right? But when they heal, they grow back bigger and stronger. Your mind works the same way. Every hard homework assignment, every embarrassing mistake, every moment you wanted to quit but didn't, those are mental workouts. They are making you tougher than you know. The Stoics had a phrase, amor fati. It's Latin and it means love your fate, love your challenges. Not because they're fun, but because of who they're turning you into. Try this today. Write down 1 hard thing you're going through right now. Then write down 1 way it might be making you stronger. You might surprise yourself. Lesson 3. Your thoughts create your world. Here's a wild question. Did you know that 2 people can have the exact same experience and feel totally differently about it? It's not magic. It's something the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught thousands of years ago. He said, men are disturbed not by the things which happen, but by the opinions about the things. What that means in plain English is this. It's not what happens to you that matters. It's how you think about it. Imagine you trip and fall in front of your class. Thought number 1, I'm so embarrassing. Everyone thinks I'm a total loser. I want to disappear. Thought number 2. Whoops. Well, that was funny. I'm fine. Moving on. Same event. 2 completely different feelings. 2 completely different days. You have more power over your feelings than you think, because you have power over your thoughts. This doesn't mean pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means training yourself to look for a better, more helpful way of seeing a situation. Try this today. When something goes wrong, catch your first thought. Then ask, is there another way I could see this? It sounds simple, but it is life-changing. Lesson 4. Be grateful for what you already have. Here's something a little surprising about Stoicism. These ancient philosophers, many of whom were incredibly wealthy and powerful, regularly practice something called negative visualization. Before you get worried, it's not negative thinking. It's actually the opposite. They would take a moment each day to imagine, what if this was gone? What if I didn't have my best friend? What if I couldn't run and play? What if I had no home to go to tonight? And then they would open their eyes and feel an enormous rush of gratitude for everything they did have. Marcus Aurelius would begin his mornings by listing everything he was grateful for. The people who taught him, the kindness he had received, even the simple gift of waking up healthy. Here's the truth. Our brains are wired to focus on what's missing. That's actually how humans survived for thousands of years, always scanning for problems. But Stoicism teaches us to override that wiring, to pause, to notice the good. Try this today. Every night before bed, name 3 things you're grateful for and really feel it. Don't just say it. Let it sink in. Watch what it does to your mood over time. Lesson 5. Act with kindness, even when it's hard. The last Stoic lesson might just be the most powerful one, and it's the one most people miss. Marcus Aurelius wrote this: begin the morning by saying to thyself, I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, the violent. But I have seen that the nature of good is the right, and of evil the wrong. Translation: every single day we are going to meet people who are rude, selfish, unfair, or just having a really bad day and taking it out on others. And the Stoic response isn't to get revenge. It's not to complain. It's not even to feel superior. The Stoic response is kindness, patience, understanding. Why? Because the Stoics believed that every person is doing the best they can with what they know. When someone is mean, it's usually because they're hurting. You don't have to be a pushover. You don't have to let people treat you badly. But you can choose to respond with dignity, with grace, with the kind of character that makes you proud of yourself. That is the hardest thing Stoicism asks of us, and it is also the most beautiful. Try this today. The next time someone is unkind to you, pause for just 3 seconds before responding. In those 3 seconds, ask yourself, what would the strongest, wisest version of me do right now? Then do that. So let's recap the 5 Stoic secrets for building a strong mind. 1. Focus only on what you can control and release the rest. Hard things are making you stronger. Embrace them. Truly, your thoughts create your world. Choose them wisely. Practice gratitude. Notice what you already have. Choose kindness, even when it's difficult. These ideas are over 2,000 years old. But I promise you, they are just as powerful today as they were when Marcus Aurelius sat alone in his tent, writing by candlelight, trying to be better. You are never too young to build a strong, wise, and steady mind. In fact, the younger you start, the more powerful you become. I believe in you. Now go prove it to yourself. If you want more wisdom like this, make sure to subscribe into Wisdom of the Stoics and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 5 lessons do you want to practice first? I read every single one. And if you know a kid, or honestly, any person who could use a little more Stoic strength in their life, share this video with them. You never know how much it might help. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and remember,